we had a lot of conversations from some of our newer members. 4 times a year, 3 or 4 times a year, we have a new member orientation. It's at the office, at the chamber, and we really just go through, what are you going to get out of your chamber memberships? The ambassadors are there, and the ambassadors talk a little bit about what it means to be in the chamber. But we got a lot of good feedback from some of the new members, and some of the people that were there. I think Diane was there last time, and she was like, hey, this is all good information, but I've been a member of the chamber for a while now, and I didn't know the chamber did all these things. So hopefully you'll find it a little bit informative today, maybe, and hopefully you'll find out some things about the chamber that you may not have known about. I've only been with the chamber for a year, and I can tell you I didn't know anything about the chamber. When I actually interviewed with some of the board members, they said, well, what do you know about the chamber? And I said, well, I've been opening restaurants for 30 years. The only thing I ever did with the chamber was at our corporate office, at our franchise conventions, the more people you had on opening day, the better your sales were. So it was always a challenge. How many people can we get through the door on opening day? So one of the things the chamber did was, with their ambassadors, they do ribbon cuttings, and we do ribbon cuttings. And so we would schedule the ribbon cuttings on the day that we opened. And so that was my first experience with what a chamber could do. But what it really did for me was, our office was in Nashville, Tennessee. We were opening these restaurants all over. The corporate office, the leadership team would never go out really to all the openings because we were opening one a day, sometime more than that. And but they would always see pictures, and this was even back in the day before everybody had cell phones. So the more people that were there, the better the sales were, and the more attaboys I would get from senior management if I had a lot of people there. Well, so I learned really quickly that not only do you need to invite the chamber and have the ambassadors there, but if you promise them free biscuits and gravy or a free burger, you get a lot of crowd. You get the crowd. So that was my first foray into the Chamber of Commerce. Hopefully you guys got a note when you walked in, or a piece of paper when you walked in. I took your paper. Here you go. Yeah, on your paper, there's a number. I want you to fill out number 1 and number 2. So number 1 says, things I want my chamber to help me with. And number 2 says, right now my business needs more, and there's some choices there. So take a few minutes. Yes, Tina. You can have mine. Fill out those first 2 questions and have some discussion around your table, and I'll call on a couple of you when we get back and see what you want to find out about the chamber and what your business needs. So take a couple minutes right now. I just wanted to run through, who should you know in the chamber? Next slide. So that's me. Much younger, but that's me. Nicole is our events manager. Nicole is now in charge of all of the events within the chamber. So she's got a very busy weekend coming up with our second biggest fundraiser of Trivia Night. Hope you guys have all got your tickets, and hopefully we can dethrone See To It and Keith Parker in the Smarty Pants Award winning team. We also have Riley Trosper. Riley is now in charge of all member engagement. So things like social posts that go out, things like keeping our member-to-member discounts robust on our website. That's one of the things we want to do. Making sure that people understand all the events that are going on. And let me tell you, I can't believe the number of events we have at the chamber. It's hard for me to keep up with all of them. So they do a wonderful job with that. And then Leslie is making her way back from Florida. Why, I don't know. But Leslie's a part-time. She works in our office with our accounting and QuickBooks. She works about 10 hours a week, but then she also manages the farmers market with Nicole during the summer months. So she knows most of the farmers, she knows most of our vendors, real good relationship with them. I've always worked for a boss. I've always said, I support you, I want you to do well, because when you do well, I look good. That's been my philosophy. I've never worked with a board before. So we have board members, and we have a board of directors, which are 19 individuals within the community, and then we have a smaller group that really supports me in helping me make decisions, helping the chamber make decisions. And they're made up of our chairman, our co-chair, secretary, treasurer, and then last year's chair stays on one extra year to help with the transition. So Sherry Seasting is the chairperson for this year. And she's been with the chamber a long time. She works for North Salem State Bank. Harry Gill is with Gill Insurance Advisors, is the co-chair this year. A lot of you know Harry. He's been around the community for a long time. Eric Pegels, who works with Wilhelm, is our secretary this year, and so all the notes from our meeting are being taken by Eric. Everything we do, because we're nonprofit, because we're governed by a board, everything needs to be memorialized, and our decisions need to be memorialized, and so our secretary position helps us make sure that we're keeping everything up to date. Kathy Spangler, I know not a lot of you know Kathy. She is our treasurer for this year. We have our first board meeting next week where she'll be presenting our financial statements and hopefully have approval on those, and hopefully see a big deposit from the trivia night this weekend. And finally, Jean Rank with Duke Energy. Jean was the chairperson my first year while I was here on the chamber. She's now the past chairperson, so she'll remain on for one more year, and then she'll drop off. The other thing I want to do right now is just give a shameless plug on, not only does our executive board and our board of directors really help the chamber and really help the community, but they are usually leadership positions within the community. But that doesn't mean any of you couldn't run for and be on the Chamber of Commerce board. We're always looking for new ideas, and so if that's something you're interested in, please see me. We typically, about the August time period, send out an email about finding out who's interested in perhaps being on the chamber board, talk them through what that entails, and then we hold elections sometime in September. Next slide. We also have chair people within our chamber. The three of us really can't do everything, and so we have chairmen for a lot of our bigger initiatives. So we've got Harry and Rhonda Zollner are in charge of member engagement. What is member engagement? Member engagement simply just means what we do with all of our members, what lunch and learns we put on, who is our keynote or featured speaker at our monthly member meetings, where do we have our First Friday meetups, where do we have our chamber breakfasts, what new restaurants might we be able to go to for happy hour or after hours. We work, so Harry, Rhonda, and the staff kind of come together and figure out what all the events need to be and what the focus of those events. Lori Lee is chairperson of Member of the Month with Alex Hershey, and they really meet about 3 or 4 times a year. They get ideas from all of you on who should be Member of the Month. There is a little bit of criteria that goes along with that. But then we present a Member of the Month award every month at our member meeting and recognize different people throughout our community. Who in this room has been a Member of the Month for the chamber? A lot of you guys. So we'll continue that. You can go on our website and nominate a fellow chamber member as Member of the Month. We also have Member of the Year, and then we work with the community on identifying our Don Wally Award winner, and they get to be in our Quaker Day Parade. John Hall, a number of you know John. John's on the Finance and Audit Committee. That's not really a committee. We just meet once or twice a year. There's an audit that's done on the chamber financials. And we also have some dollars that we are stewards of, that we look to our member banks to help us get good rates on money that we're not going to be needing for a while, that can grow what we do with the chamber. So we're not a money-making organization, but every dollar we bring in, we want to be able to spend it back for our members and make sure that we're providing a value to you. We have a golf outing in the summer. Aaron Flora is the chairman for that. That's a lot of logistics that have to happen to get 35 different foursomes out on a golf course, get them done on time, get them done and fed, and we give away prizes. It's very popular. Kim Baver is the ambassador of is the chairman of our ambassadors, and Kim works real hard to make sure the ambassadors are engaging with you, making sure they're at different of our events to make you feel welcome. But that's a great first committee. If any of you are looking to get on a committee, the Ambassador Committee is always looking for members to help, not only for new member orientation. We've got a welcome bag program that we're going to go over this week and deliver out to some of the newer residents. Trivia night's coming up. Eric Pagels is on that committee. That takes a lot of logistics as well. Sherry Seasting is on the Finance Committee. She's on the Executive Committee. She's on the Golf Committee and Strategic Planning. We're getting ready to launch our scholarship program where we identify and award scholarships to students and adults in the Hendricks County area. Kim White is in charge of that committee, along with Chris Spires. A lot of you know Chris. He's the owner of the Chick-fil-A here. And then another co-chair for the ambassadors is Christina Dorton. If you've got any questions about any of the committees, please see the staff or see one of those committee chairs, and we'll try to get you plugged in as well. You know, Kayla talked about time. We value all of your time as well. We can't do this alone. So we're always looking for volunteers. There's volunteers for the parade. There's volunteers for these big events that we have. There's volunteers this week for the welcome bags. They don't get delivered by themselves. If the three of us just went out and tried to deliver, it would probably take us a couple of days. Our welcome bag committees usually can get this done in about 2 or 3 hours, and many hands make for light work. So I'm going to have Riley kind of walk us through the info hub and how you can get signed up if you haven't and start using our website to help promote your business. So Riley, go ahead.
All right. How many people here have already created your Info Hub account? Have logged in, looked at your billing, looked at your events that you can register for? Okay. Good. All right, so this is going to be an essential tool for you to use to really maintain your membership with the chamber, to be involved in our events, to keep up with your billing, to do sponsorships, whatever you want to do to get involved with the chamber. Your Info Hub account is going to make that a lot easier. The simplest way to do that is you go online to our website. On that first tab at the top, it's click on member login. At the top right side of your page, you can create your own account. You can also download the Member Plus app on your phone to make it really easy. You can use it on your phone or on your desktop, either way. This is a way for you to sign up for auto pay on your bills, to pay your bills manually, to view your billing history. If you're not sure what you've purchased throughout the chamber, you can go in there and see all of your billing history. And then you can also sign up for auto renewal on your membership. That does make it a lot easier. Sometimes those invoices get lost in your junk folder, or you get 100 emails a day. Sometimes they just get lost in the mix. So if you're on auto renewal, then you don't have to worry about one of us calling you saying, hey, we'd love for you to renew. So that's a great option for you to utilize. And then you can also submit your own events, news, press releases, job postings to our website. Every event that you submit goes on our calendar, and then I put it on the newsletter that goes out twice a month after that. It's really simple and easy for you to do that on the website. If you do have any problems, feel free to reach out to me and I can also help you add that. And that also goes on our calendar on the website. So if somebody visits the chamber website, they click through our calendar, they'll see whatever you've got going on as well.
And people absolutely do that. Last night we were at a Lions Club meeting, and some lady just walked in and she was like, I was on the chamber page looking at all of your events and stuff. So people, I say strangers, but random people absolutely get onto the chamber page, and people call us too and ask us, who do you recommend for this? Or do you have any recommendations for that? And so they do get onto our website and look for businesses. It's almost like a Better Business Bureau. Yeah. So people trust the chamber.
We are really trying to push member-to-member discounts right now. The biggest way to encourage other chamber members to patronize your business is to offer discounts to other people within the chamber. It doesn't need to be a significant number. Any amount helps. If you offer $5 off a service, 10% off, whatever it might be, That's a huge way to encourage other chamber members to patronize you, whereas they might have gone somewhere else previously. So if you do have any member-to-member discounts, I would love for you to submit those directly to me. You can email them to me, or you can go into InfoHub and submit them as well. When you submit them on InfoHub, you click the add button, you can add your details, your flyer, your logo, anything that you want directly to that page. And then we approve the submissions, and then they'll also appear in our newsletter. Your InfoHub also has resources that contain documents and other things that we offer for members. You can see all of our annual sponsorship opportunities. You can see how to get promoted table at one of our member meetings, how to get a banner ad, how to join a committee. Those are all things that you can access from your InfoHub account. Also, you can manage your subscriptions. So if you're getting like legislative updates and you don't want to see those, you can go into your InfoHub and turn those off. I don't recommend that. That's a great newsletter that we have. But you also are able to just subscribe to our e-news, our member updates. If you're not getting those, go ahead and go into your InfoHub and check your subscriptions to make sure that you are subscribed.
The other things you might want to understand is, like, we're here to help. So if there's things that you can't figure out on InfoHub, give any one of us a call, preferably not me, but one of these ladies a call, and they can help you get on the InfoHub. The other thing is, make sure that your descriptions are accurately reflected in InfoHub. So for example, if you're a CPA firm, you not just want to put accounting in there, but you probably do financial planning, you might do insurance, you might do other things within your business. Make sure those keywords are showing up in your profile so that when people search, yours is one of the first businesses that come up.
And also upload your logo when you create your InfoHub account for your business. We can go in manually and do that, but of course we have almost 500 members. So it would be helpful that if you create your business account, you go ahead and update your newest, most updated logo as well. And then in terms of your benefits, you get a lot with being a chamber member. So some things you automatically get are the email subscription to the Chamber's biweekly e-news. It's actually a bi-monthly e-news, so it goes out on the 1st and the 15th of the month, and that has about 1,300 registered recipients to that. And that's not only chamber members, it's also going out to the community. So that's where I post all of your events. Your member-to-member discounts go in the member e-news that goes out towards the end of the month.
Only to members.
Only to members, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the other thing that there may have been a question on, like when I put a member-to-member discount on there, can anybody just go on and say, oh, I'm seeing it's 20% off at, Home Bank, and so can I get that? I'm just I'm not a chamber member. Well, the member-to-member discounts are in a password-protected area of the website, I believe, and also we have two newsletters. One goes out to like 1,300 members, the other one goes out to about 600, 700 members. And the one that we have the member-to-member discounts is just the member distribution list.
And then along with your membership, like I touched on before with your InfoHub, you have the opportunity to submit your own events, news, job openings, press releases to the above mentioned emails plus our website. So I know a couple of the banks have utilized posting job openings. That's for any member. If any of you have any job openings that you'd like for us to post on the website, just submit them with your InfoHub. You also have the opportunity for the chamber to share your social media posts. This is a big push we've been doing, especially the last couple months. It's such a free and easy thing to do, such a least time consuming thing. All you have to do is tag the Plainfield Chamber in whatever post you'd like me to share, and it gets shared. It may not be right away, but it will get shared in a timely manner. And then you also get access, of course, to the member-only portal, the InfoHub, where you do all the things that we just talked about.
Mm-hmm. How many followers do we have, Riley? Or friends, or whatever they're called. I can never remember.
We have 4.9 thousand followers on Facebook right now. My goal is to get to 5,000 by the end of Q1. So invite your friends to like the Facebook page as well. You also get ribbon cuttings. If you have a grand opening or a major event, say you move locations, I think Dan Kinnaman did that a year or two ago, moved to a different office. We did a ribbon cutting for him. If you're celebrating a big anniversary, reach out to Nicole. We can schedule a ribbon cutting, have our ambassadors show up, and get that documented for you and enjoy that celebration. We also do welcome bags. We've got this coming up on Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
And that goes out to...
Did I unplug it?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool.
That goes out to 100 different people throughout the community that have just moved into Plainfield. You can put any little tchotchkes, flyers, business cards, whatever you'd like in there. Like I touched on before, member-to-member discounts. We want to share our discounts with our fellow members. And then member of the month, member of the year. So every time you show up to one of these events, you'll notice we take attendance, we ask you to register. That all gets inputted into a member engagement report that I provide the member of the month committee each time they meet. So each time you show up or you participate in one of our events, it puts you in the running to earn that member of the month or member of the year award. And we do compile all of that data as well.
So on the website, you'll find things like membership, business directory, join now. Go to the member benefits and resources, Riley. This is just one tab on one thing. If you scroll down and click on any of these, you can find out about business advocacy, about our educational resources. We connect a lot of the small business, Indiana Small Business Association has links there on how to write a business plan, how to get a small business loan. A lot of those resources are right here on the business resources. Networking opportunities. We try to keep this up to date as much as possible. If you go to the events tab, you've got all the different major events that we have, and the chamber calendar is one that I carry with me that's laminated that I use every day because we've got so many different events. You know, I've got to look at it on a monthly basis to see everything, but this just shows, just this week, we've got, if you want to roll back up just a really quick, we've got today's small business, we've got Friday, we've got our first Friday meetup, Saturday we got trivia, Tuesday we got happy hour, and then some of these are from other community members, so you can see just about every day there's something going on our calendar. We've got resources here. You know, many of you know that 40's being looked at by NDOT to have some changes. So any of those project updates are listed here. We've got job openings here. If you've got jobs that you're trying to fill, those are on here. Then about us, it's got information about our board, our staff members, our board members, and then we're in the process. We had a foundation. We've disbanded the foundation. We're still giving scholarships, but they're going to come through the chamber and not our chamber foundation. So we continually update that. I was talking to Jeff before the meeting today, and we're going to try to do some things to be able to kick it off and maybe give it a new look next week. Optional benefits. Do you want to go through that? Or I can. Doesn't matter.
It was on the agenda that you were going to do.
Okay. You took the agenda back. I don't have the agenda. It's right there. Right here, optional benefits including, you probably got a call from one of us at one time saying, we got a great trivia night coming up. Would you like to be a food sponsor? So there's a lot of kind of sponsorship opportunities. We talked about a little bit about the farmers market. We allow our chamber members to have exposure to the community by doing a sponsor day at those. We do get promoted tables, which, we're getting so big that we can't go around the room like some chambers and talk about everything that's coming up in your business. So we allow businesses to do a get promoted table, which gives you access to a table out front of our member meetings once a month. And then we'll give you a 3-minute elevator speech. Just talk about your business and what you've got going on. That's just one opportunity that we give to our members at one of our largest meetings. We've got website banners that you can purchase to promote your business on our website.
Those are the banner that's across the top of our website. So, and there's different pages that you can choose to have your banner put on to get more visibility. Most people, like during the summertime, we offer one around the time of the farmers market. A lot of people are looking at the farmers market page. And that's community members too. All of Plainfield's checking out farmers market stuff. So that might be a good opportunity where you may want to have your information, your ad scrolling across our farmers market page.
We're trying to work with our members to just get exposure to their business. So if there's something that could work to have people come, And when we do our after hours, when we do our lunches, they don't necessarily have to be a restaurant or a place like that. We've done happy hours in non-restaurant facilities before. We can bring people to your business. We just, in those instances, just have it catered. And so we're always looking for ideas on where to have our after hours and in our chamber cafes and things like that. We have email blasts that go out to all of our members and all of people that subscribe to our email database. Those are available for purchase. And then we also have other things that you can do, like we talked about the welcome bags. Not only can you put things into the welcome bags for free, but at some point we may need to reprint our welcome bags again, and we can put your logo on the bags that we use to distribute. It's worksheet time.
3 through 6.
Let's fill out 3 through 6, and we'll come back and talk about what your answers are. All right, now we want to talk a little bit about some of the events the Chamber has. And so, again, some things you may or may not know about the Chamber is we actually have a special stamp for export documents. We're able to help companies, a lot of logistics and companies have to ship things internationally, and they can get those verified at the Chamber. Nicole is now a notary public. If you ever need anything notarized, you can come into the Chamber office and you'll get it notarized at a discount if you're a Chamber member.
Leslie is also a notary, so I would say call ahead of time to see if one of us is there. But yeah, Leslie or I both are notaries. So Tim had mentioned this handy dandy calendar. So we all have this printed. I keep it up on my desk, so it's a nice quick snapshot of all the things we have going on. So it's not easy, I understand, for a lot of business folks to come to all the things, and we don't expect you to come to all the things. So we have all these different opportunities for you to come and network and meet people. If you're an early bird and that works better for you, you have to be in the office at a certain time. Chamber Cafe says at 8 a.m. I am at all of those because I am an early bird and I enjoy that, and I like breakfast. And we do that at different breakfast spots around town. It's always the last Friday of the month. Our happy hours are the second Tuesday of the month. If that's better, if you want to, if you can come after hours, we will get your first drink, whether it's a cocktail or a mocktail or a soda or whatever you want, and then we provide appetizers. The other thing about our happy hours is that we've been doing these joint after hours. I highly recommend trying to do the joint after hours. We're doing 2 a year with the other Hendricks County chambers. So Avon, Brownsburg, Danville, and us. Our next one is in March. I actually just put the registration up on our calendar yesterday. And that's going to be in Brownsburg. So we take turns hosting in each person's town. Last year, we also started making connections with the Mooresville Chamber because they are they're our neighbors right to the south of us. So we made connections with Mindy at the Mooresville Chamber, and we're going to have a joint chamber after hours with them in June, and it's going to be at the Brew Link here. We went to the new Brew Link in Mooresville last year, and so we're going to do our Brew Link this year in June when the weather gets nice. Those are really great. The collaboration amongst the chambers, and it's an opportunity for you to meet people that you're not probably seeing all the time, to make some new connections and kind of break out. Small business roundtables, you get a gold star. You're already here. You already know about that one. We meet once a month. It started off to be small group settings. Actually, Eric and I were just talking about that a little bit, to try and talk about business pain points with other business owners. Obviously, it's grown quite a bit. I already talked about chamber cafes. So those are our main, and then of course our member meetings. Those are going to be the largest get together that we have monthly. That's always the third Tuesday of the month. We usually have 100 or so, sometimes 120 members that come to our member meetings. So that's a good opportunity to come and also network with a large variety of people. Welcome bags, we kind of talked about that already. So that is tomorrow. So if you do have items that you would like to get into those welcome bags, we need those by 9 a.m. tomorrow. If you want to come and volunteer and help stuff the welcome bags, and also please be a driver and help drop them off because that's a lot of bags. and usually we get stuck having to do some of those too. Also tomorrow, Another Broken Egg has offered to bring food and coffee, so that'll be nice. Let's see here, the Hendricks County Women's Connect. This is another collaboration amongst the 4 Hendricks County chambers. We each take turns hosting quarterly. Avon just had theirs last week. I believe it was last week. Yeah, last Wednesday. And so we get together with other women. It's $20 to come. And we try to do different activities. So this past one that Avon hosted, they did wine tastings at Cooper Hawk. Ours was January last year. It's going to be October this year. We did salsa classes and tequila tasting with Telacos, and that was a lot of fun. We had about 85 women come to our Women's Connect, and Avon had a little over 50. So these are well-attended events. Ours is going to be in October this year. Brownsburg is in April, and then Danville is going to be in August. Ours will be in October, and we're going to do line dancing this time. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see here, new member meet and greets. Anyone is welcome to come to those, but we do primarily focus on our new members. It's basically what you're getting right now. This is kind of a recap. And then lunch and learns, we've been doing those quarterly. Those are also very well attended, and that's just a bring your computer. It's an educational opportunity. This last one we did was delving into Microsoft Office and Teams. We did social media. We had a Google My Business. That one was really great. I've actually gotten some success stories from our members who that did our Google My Business workshop and said, hey, I'm getting more traffic to my business and stuff. And so it's very important. If you have not taken care of your Google business profile, I highly recommend that you do that. And we might look at doing another one of those. Signature events trivia is this Saturday. So registration is closed, but that is it's our second largest fundraiser. So it helps to fuel chamber programs and services. The farmers market, that's probably, don't tell anyone, my favorite thing that we do. So we run the Plainfield Farmers Market at the Friends Church. One of the things we started doing was offering more sponsorships so that we could offer more programming at the farmers market. So crafts and music and food trucks. So we have about 10 food trucks that come. Has anybody been to the farmers market in Plainfield? Yeah, all right. Mike Larson. It is like a mini festival every Wednesday. And we're going to start early this year. We're going to start in mid-May on May 20th. So that's the day after school lets out. It is so much fun. I mean, I've had so many people tell me that they bring they meet their kids and grandkids on Wednesday nights at the farmers market to grab dinner and go shopping. So I highly recommend that. And like I mentioned earlier, one of the things is that we have day sponsorships available for that. It's $150. You get to come and set up your stuff. We don't allow you to sell anything, but you're allowed to come and sell your business, to the community. This is one of the rare opportunities that you have a chance to come and put yourself in front of the community versus other businesses. So for example, like our golf outing, that's huge. That sells out so fast. Everybody loves the golf outing. It's a lot of fun. It's going to put you and your business in front of all these other businesses. So I definitely, that's a big one, and it's a lot of fun. Quaker Day Parade. So we run the Quaker Day Parade now it's becoming Quaker Days. So we actually are working with the town, and we're working with the Friends Church and collaborating to make it just a whole weekend of fun. So we do have, so 90 units. So we are the largest parade in Hendricks County. And so chamber businesses get a discount if you want to be in the parade and participate. And it takes a lot of volunteers to run the parade. We need I want to say around 100 volunteers to help us with the parade. And we do rely heavily on our chamber members, and then also actually the schools provide us with a lot of volunteers too, so that we can give volunteer opportunities to the students. Our annual awards dinner, so that's a meaningful event. It's a time to come and celebrate a whole year of all of our accomplishments, and also to celebrate our businesses. So that's when we give out the awards for Member of the Year and the Don Wally Business Spirit of Service Award. So yeah. Next. Volunteer opportunities, I hit on that a little bit. Trivia night does take volunteers. Christmas lights. So did you guys know that we're the ones that actually run up and down 40 and Quaker Boulevard and and help get those lights onto the light poles? So it was very cold. Did you see me running down the street trying to catch that semi truck? You haven't lived until you've chased a semi with a light 18 degrees. I know. Dwayne helps. Yeah, so actually we have a lot of great volunteers that help us with that. Most people like to help us in the beginning to put them out, but when it's January and it's really cold, we get less volunteers. So I would love to have some more volunteers for the takedown in January if anybody's available. It's actually not too bad. Whenever you're moving, you warm up pretty quick. The golf outing, we need volunteers for that. It does take quite a few volunteers for the golf outing. And then of course the Quaker Day Parade again is a huge one. If you have the time to volunteer, I know that some businesses like require or they'll even pay you to volunteer. So if you're one of those folks where that's an option for you, please reach out to me. Many hands make light work. So I would appreciate your help. Next.
And donating prizes.
Oh yeah, or you can donate prizes. If you don't want to come and help, that's fine too. We will always take donations for our raffle items, especially for the golf outing and for trivia night is some of the big pulls. One of the things I started, we did a sign up genius. So if I send out a sign up genius, please look at it. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys for being here. Hey, just a couple things to end with today. Number one is we are the largest chamber in Hendricks County, but I also have been told, and I feel like we're kind of the smallest as well. Yes, we are here to promote business. We are a commerce business, but boy, when I need something, I can usually call on a chamber member and usually get some kind of help or some kind of advice. And you guys can do the same thing. I mean, just because we're on staff doesn't really mean anything. Like, we're here to help, and we're here to grow this community and to grow the businesses in it. So please, please, please continue to give us suggestions. If you've got something that you'd like to see more of, let us know. If there's stuff that you're just sick of, let us know that too. We're always trying to get better. And so thank you guys today. I promise Keith will be back next week. I want to take a minute. We can't do these things. These are free to you. So our sponsors, Kinnaman Financial and State Bank, help us offset the coffee, the food we have here. So thank you to our sponsors, and thank you guys for coming out on a cold Tuesday morning. Make it a great day.
As well as see to it and price point.
Yeah.
Oh, and see to it. Sorry, and see to it in price point.